Welcome back. It is 5:11 on this Wednesday morning, and yesterday we had the freezing fog, which left behind rime on these trees, which is basically needly-like ice formations, and it almost looks like either a really heavy frost or a light dusting of snow. So a very cool shot here by Angie Stinnett Paris in Bradley County. We had another one sit in by Barbara Wilson. This one was in Athens, and this one really does look like there's a light dusting of snow. So pretty cool stuff. It can lead to slick roadways, and we did have a few slick spots across North Georgia yesterday with that freezing fog, but fortunately not something we're dealing with this morning. In fact, no fog, no rain, no snow. Things are looking good over downtown Chattanooga. AT&T Field on my left, and there we got the aquarium illuminated in blue. Things are looking good. So as you're traveling out here in the next little bit, you're not going to run into any issues. It's a bit on the chilly side. Again, temperatures a little bit all over the place, but generally right at or just below freezing here in the valley. Temperature aversion along the Cumberland Plateau, which is usually a sign of things to come when we're starting to see those temperatures warm in places like Altamont and Monteagle. And today we are going to warm up nicely. In fact, many of you will get close to 60 degrees, especially here in the valley. 63 in Chattanooga, 63 in Lafayette, a little bit cooler into Blue Ridge and Murphy in the 50s, but nonetheless, we are going to be above normal today. And if you're a fan of warm weather and kind of got tired of all the cold that we had at the beginning of January, well, at least through the first week, maybe 2 weeks of February, it's going to be a lot warmer. In fact, 60s for most of the next 3-4 days, and then we're going to be back near 70 moving into Sunday and Monday. So it is going to get a whole lot warmer. In fact, we're going from 25 degrees below normal last week to 15 degrees above normal heading into next week. So that's a pretty incredible temperature swing if you ask me. But as we take a look at your temperature trend, so the warmest air is going to be locked into the southern tier of the country, really from the southeast to the desert southwest, while the cold air is going to be locked along the Canadian border. And this is going to be a pretty persistent pattern. We're going to get that Pacific flow, which is going to generally lead to warmer temperatures plus some ridging building in the southeast, and those two things coming together going to result into a prolonged period of some warmer weather. So you can enjoy that if you're a fan of the 60s and 70s. We also have some rain coming back into the picture. So that's going to be our next big thing, because that will impact your Friday morning commute. Now things are looking dry right now, but our system is starting to develop out into the southern plains. Just some cloud cover now, but we'll start to see some rain developing across Texas later, moving across the mid-south tomorrow, and eventually arriving here by Friday morning. So the rest of the day, maybe a little bit of cloud cover builds later on, but still going to be a lot of sunshine for your Wednesday. Thursday going to be a pretty cloudy day. Could have a few sprinkles, especially after about 3 p.m. Most of the daylight hours, however, going to stay dry. And then here comes our front. This is going to bring some rain to the Tennessee Valley. I'm thinking between about 5 and 10 o'clock. That's going to be our best window for some of that rain. Very quick mover and really not anticipating severe weather. There could be some heavier downpours though as we get into Friday morning, and this moves out. So it's really going to impact your morning commute. By your afternoon lunch and evening commute home, things are going to look a lot better. So a quick moving system, but it could put down a decent amount of rain. In fact, some areas could pick up upwards of a half of an inch to maybe an inch of rainfall. And with that drought that we've been dealing with since the fall time, this is going to be beneficial rain, especially considering it's really our only chance over the next 7 days. But as this gets going tomorrow, there will be the threat for some severe weather in the same areas that picked up some heavy snow just a week ago. And then by the time it moves in our direction, really not looking at a severe threat here locally. Could be some gusty winds, mainly non-thunderstorm gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour, but the severe threat is going to stay just to our south. So that's good news, but it is something to start to keep in the back of your mind, because really going to see that severe threat or severe season start to ramp up heading into March and April. So it's good to go ahead and start preparing for that. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, if you're a fan of warm weather, things are looking great. We will have the rain on Friday, but your weekend just looking great. So the first weekend of February, 61 on Saturday, 67 on Sunday, and then by Monday we'll be right at 70 degrees. So I think that's probably warm enough for some shorts, right?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, at this rate, open the pools up. I've said that already.
I'm ready to cannonball.
Polar plunge.
Cannonball. All right, thanks, Clay.